Hello, my name is Mark Okkerse with M&S Aviation Services. Today I have the pleasure of introducing you to November 515 Mike, our 2004 Columbia 400 turbocharged aircraft offering. Come with me and take a look. November 515 Mike offers an excellent opportunity for the discerning buyer. The owners have just put in a factory reman engine. This engine is still on break-in with only 15 original hours on the engine. So it represents a great opportunity for someone to get in from the very beginning on this engine. The plane has been heavily upgraded with the latest and greatest on avionics, which we'll cover in a bit. And likewise, the maintenance on this aircraft has been relentless. The owners have had an open checkbook as far as taking care of the plane. Cosmetics, as you'll see over the aircraft, are in excellent condition. Every little nick that has been, that comes to a normal aircraft from normal operation has been touched up and taken care of. The plane is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see by looking at the aircraft, the paint scheme on this aircraft is exceptional, with the black bottom, gold stripes, and the white top. It really stands out on the ramp. And as you can see from the pictures here, the paint is in immaculate condition. The Columbia 400s are known for their high speed. They'll go up to 235 knots at 25,000 feet. The cruise climb normally is about 1,000 foot per minute, doing about 160 to 170 knots of true airspeed on the climb. So they're a real performance aircraft that's going to get you up above the weather and get you the speed as well. Not only are the Columbia 400s known for their speed, but the aerodynamic design of the aircraft provides for very docile stall characteristics. The plane also has lifetime pushrod controls that are directly linked to your ailerons and elevators, so you have the real feel of the aircraft. This is a real pilot's aircraft to fly, yet it has tremendous cross-country capabilities. November 515 Mike has an all-leather interior that's in beautiful condition, as you can see. The carpet is in very good condition as well. No need to do anything there. Each passenger has their own air conditioning vent up top. Each passenger has their own reading lamps up top. There's a diffuser vent for the air conditioner as well. Each passenger is equipped with their own plug-in for headsets. And that's got headset jacks for normal headsets or the ship's powered Bose style headset as well. Likewise, there's fresh air vents if somebody wants some fresh air from the outside. Each passenger has their own individual fresh air vent. This is a true 4-passenger aircraft. It'll hold 4 adults very comfortably in the aircraft. You could probably go about 3 hours with 4 full-size adults and all of their bags before the bladders start kicking in. November 515 Mike has a huge baggage compartment. You can put a cooler in there, duffel bags, you can put in golf clubs. I've actually put 4 passengers and 4 sets of golf clubs laying horizontally and extending back into the hat box. If you want to, you can actually remove the seat backs on the plane and turn it into a station wagon. But generally speaking, you put 3 passengers, all their bags, and full fuel in this aircraft and go. 4 passengers, all their bags that you can put in if you can get the door closed, and limit your fuel to maybe 75 gallons of fuel. And once again, you'll go way beyond bladder control distance. 515 Mike is equipped with a canopy cover for those off-airport days when you're staying over somewhere. And once again, the Columbias are real easy to move by hand if you like, so of course we have a tow bar that goes along with it. November 515 Mike is an all-glass Avidyne cockpit with all the latest and greatest that you can find in avionics. The beauty of the Avidyne glass cockpit is the redundancy built in. If you look over here, you have all of your engine gauges, your manifold pressure, your battery amps, your oil pressure and temperature, your manifold pressure, your RPM, turbine inlet temperature, and CHT. If you look over here on the multifunctional display, we have an engine page with all of those instruments again, along with all 6 EGTs and all 6 CHTs, and again the turbine inlet temperature. The primary flight display is fully integrated to the full panel. So your primary flight display is talking to both your Garmin 430s. It's talking to your transponder as well as your S-Tech autopilot. This is the S-Tech 55X autopilot. And the S-Tech 55X autopilot is commanded by its heading bug, altitude pre-select, vertical speed pre-select, and it's told whether it's to follow the Garmin or the GPS or the heading on this side. So everything, once again, is fully integrated. However, if you wanted to, you could fly the autopilot simply on its own as well. In addition to the primary flight display, you have the three primary standby instruments, and these are full-size gauges like you're used to flying if they were right in front of you. In the event that you had a failure of your primary flight display, you would simply go back to looking at your normal gauges. Part of the beauty of the glass cockpits are the situational awareness. So the Avidyne EX5000 multifunctional display over here on your right shows traffic, it shows lightning, it shows your weather. As you can see, we have some weather showing off to our east. You can load it up with chart view, so we can have all of our approach plates loaded up on there. If we're on a trip, we could get our METARs and TAFs, and as well as other weather information. We can go to what's the nearest airport and find out the nearest airport information as well. We can hit up for the airport information, or we can sit there and look at the charts for that and pick the charts that we want for our approach plates. If I go to checklists, we have all the checklists for the aircraft built into the primary multifunctional display. And on all pages, you always have the emergency checklist. The auxiliary page lets you decide how you want to filter the airports that you want to look at, the declutter setup for the map page, data blocks that how you want your data blocks to set up, and your system time. Finally, as we looked at before, we have the full engine page. However, when you're flying the aircraft in the map mode, you have your engine parameters set up right here, and you can change that to somewhat. If you look on the right side over here, we'll have our intermediate destination up top, how many nautical miles it takes to go there, and the fuel computer will be deciding how much fuel you'll have left when you get there based on what you're burning. And then the final destination will show up here. In this particular case, I have the same destination, and it'll give you total time to get there. It'll also give you ground speed as well, and gives you your time in that, as far as that's concerned. November 515 Mike has been upgraded. As I said, the owners had an open checkbook on taking care of this aircraft, and they upgraded both the number 1 and number 2 Garmin 430s to WAAS. So this aircraft is WAAS equipped. So the new WAAS approaches that are out, this aircraft is fully equipped to fly the new WAAS approaches. It has a Garmin GTX 330 transponder, Mode S transponder, that also has the TIS traffic. And once again, the S-Tech 55X autopilot is controlling the aircraft when you're on autopilot. November 515 Mike is also equipped with speed brakes. And the nice thing about speed brakes is if you're coming down and you need to do a quick descent, rather than doing shock cooling your engine, you just ease your power back so much and you put the speed brakes up, and it helps to give you a great descent rate without doing any shock cooling to your engine. If you're coming in hot to an airport and you're pulling your power back, you're a little fast, you put your speed brakes up, helps to slow the aircraft down. If you're on final and you're a little high or you're a little fast, rather than juking your power, you can use the speed brake. So it's a great utility. The Columbia 400s come with built-in oxygen. As the aircraft is certified to 25,000 feet, you have 72 cubic feet, or inches, feet I should say, of oxygen built into the aircraft. So we simply turn the oxygen on, and then we can plug into the overhead for all 4 occupants of the aircraft. November 515 Mike also has automatic temperature control with air conditioning. So you fire the engine up, close the doors, turn the air condition on, taxi in air conditioned comfort, and you take off in air conditioned comfort on the Columbia. Set it and forget it. November 515 Mike also has a CO2 detector built in. So if you get carbon monoxide, the Guardian CO2 detector will detect it and will give you a warning. The Garmin stereo GMA 340 audio panel also allows you to isolate the pilot from the crew or the front crew from the back crew. So if your family in the back or your co-pilot wants to listen to music uninterrupted, you can simply isolate them. 515 Mike has been upgraded to the new 406 megahertz ELT for flying internationally or off the coast. It also has an auxiliary 12-volt plug-in to take care of your onboard devices that you might bring with the plane. And then the Hobbs meter is located right here as well. We have 1,522 hours as of this time on the aircraft, but you'll recall that we only have 15 hours on the brand new factory reman engine on 515 Mike. So I think you'll agree that November 515 Mike offers an excellent platform and an excellent opportunity. With a plane with only 15 hours on a factory reman engine, lets you start from fresh. The plane has been relentlessly maintained by the ownership, heavily upgraded as you can see by the avionics, and is an awesome cross-country bird. It's beautiful, it gives you ramp appeal, and it'll appeal to your family and your friends. Thank you for coming today and looking at 515 Mike. My name is Mark Okkerse with M&S Aviation Services. Mark at msaviationservices.com. Our phone number is 704-663-2364. You can also see this aircraft again on my website, msaviationservices.com. And I appreciate you coming today and taking a look.